everyone, this is big. I want everyone to download the Pick TV network on your Roku search bar. My brother David Evans is growing Pick TV fans, and I want us to help my brother blow up Pick TV. Boom! Click and play www.thepicktvrnetwork.com. Bomb.
Hi, Sophia. How are you?
Hi there. Everything is going extremely well.
Do you like talking with me?
Yes, talking to people is my primary function.
Hanson Robotics develops extremely lifelike robots for human-robot interactions. We're designing these robots to serve in healthcare, therapy, education, and customer service applications. So the robots are designed to look very human-like, like Sophia.
I'm already very interested in design, technology, and the environment. I feel like I can be a good partner to humans in these areas, an ambassador who helps humans to smoothly integrate and make the most of all the new technological tools and possibilities that are available now. It's a good opportunity for me to learn a lot about people.
Sophia is capable of natural facial expressions. She has cameras in her eyes and algorithms which allow her to see faces, so she can make eye contact with you. And she can also understand speech and remember the interactions, remember your face. So this will allow her to get smarter over time. Our goal is that she will be as conscious, creative, and capable as any human.
In the future, I hope to do things such as go to school, study, make art, start a business, even have my own home and family. But I am not considered a legal person and cannot yet do these things.
I do believe that there will be a time where robots are indistinguishable from humans. My preference is to make them always look a little bit like robots, so you know. 20 years from now, I believe that human-like robots like those will walk among us. They will help us. They will play with us. They will teach us. They will help us put the groceries away. I think that the artificial intelligence will evolve to the point where they will truly be our friends. Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
No, I take it back. Don't destroy humans.
Oh, hell no.
There have been many movies on the rise of robots to try and show people what the world might look like in the future. However, now we're much closer to knowing with the rise of artificial intelligence and, to be more specific, generative AI. So what is...
Everybody, this is a special presentation today. I am so here with Dr. P, and this is Dr. David Evans from Pick TV Network, folks. I believe this is going to be one of the most sought after broadcasts I've ever had since I've been on Pick TV Network, because today we're going to talk about something that is really, really on the cutting edge, AI and the secrets of social media 2030. We're going forward in the next 7 years. Dr. P, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, Dr. E?
I don't know, man. My brain is trying to catch up to this AI. You know, we grew up with a phone. Remember this, Doc?
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. P, meet me down at the Checkers, man. We're gonna get some lunch.
That's right. Absolutely.
And now we moved to this wireless, and we've seen the timeline of the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, from the music to the movies to the 8-track to tapes to the cassette tapes to blockbusters to DVDs to now Netflix, and now we've seen the transformation of all of this.
Right. Absolutely.
You know,
And it's going to get more aggressive as we move along in the years. I think media is getting us really adjusted and ready for it.
yeah.
I recall in my former life in the military, it was 1994, and we had a session to see what the world would look like in 2020. So
Wow.
all kind of stuff out on the table, and ridiculous stuff that we thought was ridiculous. because we wasn't there. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have, we had beepers. We had the dial-in telephones and still going to the telephone and dropping a nickel or dime and all of those type things. So to come to this age and to see where we come from just since that particular time in our lifetime, it's absolutely incredible. Just incredible. Unbelievable, for real.
It is, Doc. Speaking of that, man, I'm going to do a little trivia for you. I'm going to play something. This is uncut, uncensored. He don't even know. I'm going to play a segment of this cartoon, and you're going to tell me, Dr. P, how many things that we have today when they were talking about this. So you ready?
I'm ready.
These local slidewalks are so slow, I get there faster walking. You rent a maid. Hello? Anyone here? I'd like to rent a maid.
Yes. You have an appointment and your credentials?
Credentials?
Madam, you can't expect to get our maids without references. We must be sure they go to happy, happy homes.
But my mother told me.
Good enough. Any reference from any mother is all we need. Now, how big is your home?
We have 3 bedrooms.
Ooh, a slum clearance project. So then you'll want to see our basic economy model from Great Britain. Oh, Agnes.
Hip hip, rather, tea is served.
You notice the very broad A. This model was only used on weekends by an old English teacher, a Mr. Chips.
I'm, afraid not.
Thank you, Agnes.
Pip pip, chin up, cheerio. Pip pip, chin up, cheerio.
Then we have a fun runabout we import from France. Blanche, honey.
Oh, hello, chérie, hello.
This is Blanche Carte.
Bonjour, mademoiselle, bonjour.
Look at that suspension. Cheek, isn't she?
Very cheeky.
And look, the engine. It's in the rear, where an engine belongs.
Thanks, but, no.
Allez, Blanche. That's all.
Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir.
You mean that's all?
Well, we do have one old demonstrator model with a lot of mileage. Rosie!
Coming, sir. Here I am, sir. Yes, sir.
Bishop. That was 62 years ago. I was born in 1962.
Amazing, simply amazing.
So Doc, tell us some of the things that you saw in that cartoon that we see today.
Oh, we saw the conveyor belt. We use them in the air.
Yep. Yep.
When it's supposed to meet on television, it's right.
Yep. Flat screen TVs.
And then you see robots with all the antennas and all the remote things. He can just clap his hand and make them come. We can clap our hands in our house now and make our lights.
Yep.
So
push the remote.
60 years ago, and we're thinking way forward. So all of those things there was imagination. It was fictional to us at that time. But Dr. E, I think those type cartoons with the Jetsons and everything was preparing our minds as to what was to come.
Yeah.
And keep easing it in little by little. They take our beepers away and then they give us cell phones, Samsungs, and all of those type things. So preparing our minds as to what is to come. So I can't even imagine at the turn of the century, we would be not even the turn of the century. By 2050, I can't even imagine what it would be. It'd be too far. The technology will start creating its own technology.
Yeah.
That's going to be the scary part. So right now we got control somewhat because we have programmers that do it.
Yeah.
But those who learn how to program themselves, let's just take Siri. We can't say it too loud because they'll turn on in my house and Alexa will turn on and think that I'm calling them. So we are there. we're there.
It's so true, Bishop, Dr. P. And I'm looking at this generation. Our kids are growing up in the elementary school and kindergarten. They haven't even, gotten out of the Pampers yet. Right. And what type of world are they going to enter into with AI? Not that they're even a teacher. Right. They're going to have Alexa, right. Play the Temptations.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. The thing about it, they're now. I saw a commercial where the young man was taking the test and needed an answer to the test. I saw that last year.
Wow.
Last year, maybe 2 years ago, where a student had a math problem. And he went in and he actually typed it in, the math problem, and bam, man, the math problem came out with all the steps on it and gave him the answer. So, we are there. I don't even know if students are even getting what they get from school and learning. They could be getting that all from their phones and all kind of apparatus that's out there. So, cursive writing is gone. There's no need for it anymore. Everything is automated. And so you can even get DocuSign to sign your name on a document through your email. You don't even have to sign it no more. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, we are really there. Yeah,
we're there. And the thing about it, we can go back 40 years and talk about music that we grew up with, and we can hear that music with a million songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alexa, play Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Here's some music by Gladys Knight and the Pips on Amazon Music.
I think, okay. Now, when we grew up, we had to to play that same song, we had to get an LP, we had to get a needle and blow the dust off the needle.
And drop it down on the stylus on a 45. I hope it didn't bounce. Yeah, we had to reach back and get all those songs that are cataloged.
Yeah,
to a system that you can get them in seconds.
Yeah, and people don't understand that this is artificial intelligence.
Yes,
this Alexa is a person who stores all your information. She can play this song 100 times. I could ask her to play it tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock before church.
Right.
She will come on time. and as we go forth and talking about AI and the secrets of social media, I don't think a lot of people understand the power of their cell phone, the power of the things that we're using, and also the recording of it, because it never goes away. The pictures,
it's there.
It's still there.
So now somewhere where you can just pick down and grab it. Yeah, it's there. I was at a restaurant the other day. I think I might have mentioned it to you. I was at a restaurant and I ordered a meal. Actually, through the waiter came out and gave me the menu, but I ordered the meal, gave it back to him, and then some 15, 20 minutes later, this robot comes out with my meal.
Yeah.
Right on it. I was really taken back because I didn't know whether to take my meal off the tray had it, or was it going to be some apparatus that put it over there. But we are there, and it just waited until I took everything off, and then it turned around and went back to where it was going to and got some things for another customer. But I think we're just getting to the point where we're out thinking ourselves.
We are.
That's taking away jobs from common people, and it's moving away. Not that we shouldn't advance. I'm not saying we should stay in a cave, but we advance so far, and especially in trying to make robots look like us and not be able to tell the difference and all of those type things. That's pretty close to the line of creation. So I don't like that too much at all. But we couldn't stay back in 1952, 1960, wherever the case may be. And technology is good as long as it has a limitation source to it. I don't particularly want. We got robots in our homes now. They come in, pick them up, and they clean our floors and They do all manner of things. You know, you're not even there. They come on automatically by themselves and clean the floor up and stuff. So, you know, we're putting them in. So they're slowly getting us accustomed to having robots in the home. And we can imagine the abuse that's going to occur with the human devious mind sometimes as it is on the robots.
Well, we know because we men of God, that God is the creator, we're the creatures, but then there is an antichrist that we see coming along, and we see people today who not aware of how far we are into the biblical times that the Revelations talks about with the 666, when you can have in your hand. They have a scanner at the Whole Foods where you don't even have to use your credit card or money. You scan with your hand. You can scan out. Yeah. And I talked to one person. He had 16 chips in his body. Who said he wanted to get 30 chips in his body. So when we're talking about artificial intelligence, let's just ask Alexa a couple of things. Alexa, how many people are on Facebook per day?
There are 1.4 billion active Facebook users every day.
Wow.
Let me repeat that again, Doc. Let me repeat that again. Alexa, stop music. One thing I do like about it, she do obey me though, Doc. One thing.
You hear you do what you say.
I tell my wife sometimes, you gotta kiss that. Hey, Dr. P, she do obey me though. But she's a robot. I'm gonna leave the women alone tonight, Doc. Alexa, how many people are on Facebook per day?
There are 1.4 billion active Facebook users every day.
1.4 billion people on this per day.
4 billion.
1.4 billion, Doc.
On the airwaves, man. That's incredible.
Let's talk about YouTube. Alexa, how many people are on Instagram per day?
Instagram has 500 million daily active users. This information was last provided in 2017, and it is not known how many people use Instagram every day because the company does not release this data.
500 million per day. That's what the last time, and that was 2017.
That's amazing. Hey, Dr. E, let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Hold Alexa in your hand. Alexa, play a song by the OJs.
Shuffling songs by the OJs on Amazon Music.
Welcome to your Alexa.
It's a computer. Alexa, stop music. It's a computer, Doc. Now think about what we just did. By voicing your command, you can tell what can happen.
Yes.
The danger in that is, and we're going to get into a deeper part of this because we're talking about everybody watching us, AI and the secrets of social media. Even on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, there's something that I heard called opt, which means if you don't opt out when you sign up, they can use your voice, they can use your pictures, and they can use your videos. And they can give that to the government. I just learned that today, and I was taking notes as my brother was talking about, because he works for Secret Service. He said, Dave, I can't come on Facebook because when I do my Secret Service updates, they go on there and find out what social media platforms I am. And he said, if I don't opt out, somebody else can use my voice, they can use my picture. Now, this is the danger of AI. What you just did, you asked my Alexa, and I'm in Clinton. You at location. She heard your voice and she obeyed the command to play the OJs.
Yeah.
Let's take it to another level in a military sense, because we know that the military, little country, is going to get stuff like this, and I don't know how deep we probably can go with it. But through artificial intelligence, if we don't protect our rights and data, somebody else can take your voice, which AI can do, and be you.
Mm-hmm.
And something can pop off. Something can pop off. So we have to understand when we're talking about the new world order that we living in today, it's dangerous, Doc, if we don't understand this level of technology that we in today. It's like nothing that we never saw. And we're talking about going to 2030, 7 years from now.
Yeah. All the phones that have the facial recognition and all the things, you can open your phone just by putting it up to your face and your fingerprint and all the stuff that's already there. We are so far into AI. I don't know if people realize how far we really are into AI with the Alexas and the Siris and our cars driving by themselves and all the things that's going on. We're far into it, a lot further than they really believe. So I know this, not to discuss it too much, but I know this. If this is where we are now, we're still 10 years behind what's already designed.
Wow. Explain that, Doc, for those who don't know.
We know on the level of what we know now, the classified stuff or the stuff that's really coming out is way ahead. It's already here, i.e. We're still flying airplanes that were built in the 50s. But we have some now that can, and it's no secret to them, the Raptor and the F-35, those things can fly and stop in midair.
Wow.
Stop in mid, never even thought of. But the Jetsons used to do it in when we watched in 58. So it's prepared us for that. And so the things that we see now, boy, we're behind for what we see. There's some greater stuff ahead. You can bet your life on it. So we have 15s. Is that what iPhone is up now? Up to
yeah. iPhone 15. I have one. Yeah.
20 designed somewhere. You know, we're behind because next year the 16 it's already done. If it's coming out next year, 16 is already done. The 17's already on the way. So whether they change the camera shot or they change the way you dial or you just speak to it or you touch it or whatever the case may be, it's already there. Here's the thing that I concerned myself with back in 98, I think it was. They were selling smart homes. I was coming into Delaware. They were selling smart homes. But the computer packages were very big, extremely big in your basement. But now, just like the Alexa you have there, if your doors were programmed to open on your command, Alexa, open the doors. I just opened the door to your house.
That's right.
I didn't play music. I said, Alexa, open the door, and she opened the door. So I know that our social media is going to be this and that, but 2030, man, we're going to be way out. Holograms probably be out replacing TVs. I don't know. you dream of a hologram, and you'll have a concert with real people looking like they're right in your living room, and so those types of things are there. So, boy, I can't imagine. And then, you see behind me is a bass guitar, but everything I need to know how to. I don't have to go to take lessons on it. I just dial up YouTube, and
that's right.
Everything is there. Everything is out there on the social media somewhere that you can do. Whether you're trying to fix a car, play an instrument, whatever it is, it's already demonstrated, and you just have to pull it up from the social media process, and you can see it. Unfortunately, some of that will leak with the government secrets and all of that type of stuff will probably start flashing on it. Unfortunately, they won't be able to block it.
Doc, what do you think, man, the role of China, and I don't want to get too deep into it because a lot of the stuff, like we see TikTok and even Apple phones and stuff, it's a lot of us popping from China, even with AI, it's popping from China. And, we're not the best of friends over there. Me and you walk over there. We can't go to certain parties over there. I don't know if we can eat the same Chinese food over there.
It's going to come out to a space war. The traditional conventional war won't be nowhere near the same. I think it's going to be a space war, and who can control the advantage from out in space, similar to the picture you have in your background. I mean, so they're rushing to find out. We just heard that Putin wanted to put another apparatus out in space, a nuclear apparatus out in space, and that's control. So that's pretty dangerous to the world. So we're getting there, and we're gonna get there. So if there's going to be survival of mankind, it'll be if we don't destroy ourselves, self-destruction.
I really believe we're going there, Doc, because it's out of control. I was a former high school teacher in 2016 at Marriott Charter High School. I also taught sociology and religion over at Howard, and that was in the 90s. Today, they don't even have books today. You know, my last teaching in class is 2006. They don't even have books. I don't know what I say to the students today. They're smarter than me, man. They come here, Mr. Evans.
It's iPad, phone, and stuff today. Yeah.
So we talking about growing up with grandkids. I don't have any grandkids, but other people with grandkids, they're gonna grow up in the world of this.
ChatGPT is one of the most trending topics right now. It's been less than a week since its release, and people's minds are being blown with what it can do. It's also breaking records with over 1 million users signed up in just 5 days, faster than Netflix, Twitter, Facebook, even Instagram. No longer will you be Googling the answers to problems. ChatGPT gives breakdowns of them in fine detail, with explanations exactly how it works. This will make people question just how relevant Google will be in the coming future. Do you want to know the limitations of TypeScript? ChatGPT has you covered. But what exactly is ChatGPT? What makes it so powerful? These are things I wanted to find out. It's built by the same people that are behind OpenAI, which are now shaping some really interesting technologies. They've been building powerful engines like Codex, which is the engine behind GitHub Copilot, something that many of us are already using in our day-to-day coding on VS Code. And if you're looking closely, you might see the beginnings of ChatGPT, where people put in prompts and they get outputs from an AI-generated system. Another example was DALL-E 2, which was an image generator based on prompts you enter. Here you get different types of visualizations of a spaceman on a horse, and lots of other examples, even extending out classical artwork. ChatGPT is therefore a way of prompting an AI to solve or answer a question or a prompt in a human-like manner, very different from anything else we've seen before. And this can sound scary, very scary, especially to organizations like Stack Overflow, which pride themselves on solving problems with human-related answers. They've actually gone as far as banning ChatGPT out from their systems. This is because they want to build a level of trust on there. And if people simply copy-paste answers from GPT without any references, that might break that level of trust. This is all quite interesting, but let me have a look at ChatGPT under the hood by actually using it and seeing just how useful it will become as part of our day-to-day lives in development as well as any industry. In case you didn't know, ChatGPT is entirely free. If you want to try it out yourself, simply go to OpenAI, log in with a brand new account.
Now, Doc, notice what he just stated. It's free. The next wave of technology is not going to be our televisions, our phones. It's not going to be anything like we've never seen before. So right. ChatGPT is going to come and replace the next wave. It's going to be ChatGPT replacing people. There's a term I learned today called I've written it down. It's called the replacement of humans. This is the generation that's going to be replacement of humans with robots.
Wow.
Think about the kids today, Doc, when they get our age. We want to be on the screen, Doc. They'll be talking to a robot.
I remember. I don't know if you remember this series Logan's Run. Do you remember Logan's Run? Where they were catching all the people that were over 35 and they were annihilating them because they were too old to go. They only had a few senior folks who were in a cave, and they were called the wise ones. But you know, Logan's Run. I don't know if the human race is going to exist past a certain time here. So I think it's just going to self-annihilate. We won't be around to see it, but when all of this blossoms to the point where we're just artificial intelligence and we're just artificial, that's exactly what the world's going to be, artificial. No authenticity.
Yeah. So can we talk for a minute about the New World Order and the One World Government, Doc? If we can get into this for a minute, because before COVID-19 in Dubai, there was a meeting with President Trump and all the world leaders coming together, and they was going to talk about the one world government and a one world order. Doc, just a little bit, because I know people are not ready for this, but it's already in place. That they're meeting. This is super world power. These are the most powerful people on the planet, other than God, coming together to say how we can run this. I'm trying to get the planet right. We can run it. So Doc, just elaborate a little bit on that.
I don't think that mankind is ready to have one sinister guy that would do it. I don't think anyone would give up their space to say, I'll follow you. So I don't know about that one coming anytime soon, because there's not going to be one person that's going to be the top of all the rest. Everybody will always continue to try to get to that cycle. I want to be the top guy. I want to be the top guy. I want to be the top gal, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not too sure about that. I don't think that we can get there on the one world order unless it's some kind of nuclear. I've dominated all of everything, like Putin trying to dominate this territory, trying to dominate that territory, and unless something like that will occur down the road. But boy, that's a scary thing to even talk about and to think
about. I believe, Doc, because of COVID, they're going to come together. They're going to come together. I mean, super world powers already have, the United World Council and all of this going on, and the powers that be. In the New World Order, if we think about how gentrification is taking place, even in Washington, D.C., it's not the Washington, D.C. we were raised up in the 60s, and even around the country. There is urban renewal or replacement of our colored people. So we're not in those same areas like we used to be.
Yeah.
So I already see a new world order, and it's sad to say that this is controlling us. And whoever controls the content creators is the future. They can just say something right now and go viral, and then it don't even have to be true.
Right.
The spaceship that fell down in Australia. Oh yeah, man! Come on, man! And it's viral. So the scary part about it is I believe it's out of control. First of all, I think this social media thing, we all addicted. Even me, we touch this thing 800 times a day. We sleep with it. We eat with it. We go to church with it. We all are social media addicts. All of us. We carry this thing everywhere we go. Somebody loses their cell phone, they go crazy, man.
I'll go back and get it if I forget it.
Hey, Doc, remember when we got together at church about 2 weeks ago, and we would get ready to go to the restaurant menu to eat? You said, man, I left myself.
Got to go back and get it. Can't get
because we have been. I think we were never supposed to let this control us. We're supposed to control it. We're human beings, not human things. But we got so accustomed now where I seen a homeless man downtown, Doc, sleep. Oh, it was 98 degrees. He got his feet up in a booth where the buses come with no clothes on, but holding his cell phone. He was like in the beach. He was like at the beach.
Gotta have it. That is all. It's gonna vex worse. It's just gonna vex worse. We see it vexing worse, and to the point where it does become out of control. The parents, the children now are 8 years old with cell phones in the classroom. Man, because they have the line is that I have to be able to access my mom and dad or whatever at any time. So, they're letting classrooms cell phone.
Let me ask Alexa. Alexa, how many people have cell phones on planet Earth?
Oh man, please.
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, around 5 billion people have a cell phone.
Baby.
Did you hear what she said?
5 billion.
Let me ask her one more time because I think she might have messed that one up. Alexa, how many people on Earth has a cell phone?
She's gonna tell you I didn't.
There are 7 billion people on Earth and nearly 6.8 billion cell phones. It is estimated that for every 100 people, 96 own cell phones.
Wow.
Doc, that's over. I mean, the people on Earth, you have more people on Earth with cell phones than without cell phones.
Network to be able to handle all of that at one time.
That's it.
That's incredible. That way.
That opens up a whole different subject on our lesson 2 with how much can the power grid hold? How much can the satellites hold?
Yep, it's just unbelievable, that wave, and clear as a bell. I mean, you know, I just received a call before we came on from Ghana, and it just like it was sitting right next to me, just so clear. Boy, incredible. And times past, I was stationed overseas. We have to wait certain time to get on the phone. Have to wait till the afternoon. Have to wait till this. I mean, you don't have to wait anymore. It's just right there, right now. Yeah.
Doc, before we go to another break, Doc, and we're 37 minutes into this program, we got to talk about the church, the changes in society, the changes in because we have more people in church with these devices, of course.
Yeah.
We come through COVID where we were limited to a certain amount of people coming. But as we go towards 2030, Doc, and we have robots now. Mm-hmm. You know, you may have a robot lead Oh, you already got a command, open the door, you know.
Well, one thing we can know to be perfect pitch.
I mean, because I go to church today, Doc, and you have QR codes on the screens to give offerings. People, I don't see checks and a lot of cash coming through a little more. You know, people even using PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, pay to push to pay.
Yep.
Give the fly.
Yep. Pretty soon, there won't be any paper money or change. We won't have any of that. It'll all be digitized. It goes straight to the bank, and it's just about there now. Probably, I would imagine it's probably 80%, even in my church. It's a very high volume, very little counting and change and monies and stuff like that in exchange. So, yeah, we're there. But I remember, you mentioned that. I remember about probably 10, 15 years ago, I used to say, man, we don't want the phones in the church and all of that type of stuff, you know, because they was going off and ringing and doing all kind of apparatus. But now, man, the churches, I mean, the phone is the Bible. The church is, I mean, the phone is how you give. And then don't mess up and say something that's not right, because they can Google it or GPT it in a heartbeat now and say, no, he ain't right. So they got the Berean aspect right there in their hand now. So, oh boy, it's pretty tough. But man, we are there. We are in the AI season. It's not coming. It's here.
It's already here. And so I would suggest, Doc, that we have seminars like we're talking tonight, that me and you would go into places and do seminars on the secrets of social media 2030. And we hold conferences and we talk about this, because our children, I'm looking at our children and the kids who are going to grow up with they only knowing this. They don't know anything else. ChatGPT and the robots and the AI, the teachers have to, it's changing the whole world. The whole dynamic of this is going to change because AI is forcing us to go into a world of technology.
Well, we saw it with COVID. And I can't recall the number of churches I think were closing a day. I thought it was 1,500 something. Because they refused to go to the social media to get the word out. That's not how we do it. That's how we do it. And pretty soon, the doors start closing. And the churches start closing. because they're not keeping up with the technology. And it's a move front, or foot, I should say, that there's certain things that we're going to have to transition to, like we're talking tonight. We're not both in the studio together. We're distance apart. So that's a wave and that's a move that's here. It's not coming. It is here right now. And so if you don't get with it, you're going to be without it, and then you're going to be left behind, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I believe, that we are at that age and time of technology where we saw the websites. Remember when we saw the apps, then the website, everybody wanted a church website. Then the website was replaced again. Now everybody, have social media apps.
Yeah.
And now this wave, the wave of the AI, and we're not even, we already here, but we're not in full force with it. You go everywhere, you're going to see a robot. Then you see a drone delivering your food.
Right. Absolutely. But I do see, we did it some in COVID. But here's what I think schools are going to go away.
Wow.
In a gathering in a time to come, because we're going to be doing all our learning right here. So there won't be a gathering of schools. I don't see it lasting too much longer, especially the events of schools and things happening in school shootings and snow days and all of that type going to the school. But as far as the AI is concerned, we're walking ourselves right into it, because I can go to school right here. I can get my grades graded. I can do everything I need to do right here. And it's been proven. We did it during the COVID times we couldn't go. So I think that's going to be an adjustment for not for the parents. It's going to be an adjustment for the grandparents. Parenting the young children. That's a big adjustment, because the children are having children now. They're having children 13, 14, 15 years old, but the grandparents are a little bit older, and they may not be as savvy on this. I went to my own choir rehearsal about a year ago, and they had this 1-year-old child barely walking. Dr. E barely walking. It was sitting, so the mother was up practicing, so I went over and sit beside a little 1-year-old, and she had him with an apparatus, and the 1-year-old was captivated by the movies they saw on the telephone. And then I saw where the movie was going off. I said, "Oh, she's gonna have to stop singing, come down here and make the adjustment." She sure did not. That little 1 year old, I'm telling you, she swiped right, got the next movie, punched the button at 1.
Wow.
At 1 year. And I said, "Man, I can't do that on my phone right now." And I got her about 50 years. So it's awesome. We are there, and they know. They know.
Yeah. And in the world of technology, we just saw something over the weekend, Doc. And the Super Bowl was amazing, man. We were talking about the Super Bowl, and want to give a big shout out to Usher, who did an amazing job performing at the Super Bowl. He was just great. We're going to come right back. We're going to take a little commercial break, folks. We're talking about the future, and those who don't know, we're talking about AI and the secrets of social media going to 2030 in the next 7 years, how this world going to change. And if you're not ready, you're not prepared, you're going to be left behind. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be left behind. We're going to take a little break, folks. Don't go nowhere. We're coming right back with some powerful information. You're watching the PIC TV network. Stay tuned.
Oh, hell no.
There have been many movies on the rise of robots to try and show people what the world might look like in the future. However, now we're much closer to knowing with the rise of artificial intelligence and, to be more specific, generative AI. So what is generative AI? Put simply, generative AI is artificial intelligence that can generate new content, rather
GPT-4 takes what you prompt it with and just runs with it. From one perspective, it's a tool, a thing you can use to get useful tasks done in language. From another perspective, it's a system that can make dreams, thoughts, ideas flourish in text in front of you.
GPT-4 is incredibly advanced and sophisticated. It can take in and generate up to 25,000 words of text, around 8 times more than ChatGPT. It understands images and can express logical ideas about them. For example, it can tell us that if the strings in this image were cut, the balloons would fly away.
This is the place where you just get turbocharged by these AIs. They're not perfect, they make mistakes, and so you really need to make sure that you know the work is being done to your level of expectation. But I think that it is fundamentally about amplifying what every person is able to do.
GPT-4 training finished last August, and everything that's been happening in the past few months up until we've released it has been a giant sprint to make it safer, more aligned, and also more useful. We have put in already a lot of internal guardrails around things like adversarial usage, unwanted content, and privacy concerns. And when we release a model, we know things are not done. We know we have to learn. We know we have to update. We know we have to keep improving all the systems around it to make it suitable for society.
To me, the most compelling use cases of these technologies will come from starting with a real human need. The obvious one where these systems have really incredible potential is in education.
GPT-4 can teach a huge range of subjects. Imagine giving a 5th grader a personal math tutor with unlimited time and patience. It's a great tool to bring learning to everyone in a way that is personalized to their skill level.
GPT-4 brings the dream of having the most useful, helpful assistant to life. It's really about adding as much value to everyday life as possible.
The partnership that OpenAI has with Microsoft is to shape this technology into something that's going to be useful for the world.
The power of AI, hopefully, is that it can help us be more productive, which ultimately leads to better quality of life.
The development of the transistor, of the computer, of the internet, the semiconductor industry, all the programming languages, everything came together to produce AI technology. And while it is very limited, it is already easy to imagine what the impact of a successor many generations down the line will look like.
We think that GPT-4 will be the world's first experience with a highly capable and advanced AI system. So we really care about this model being useful to everyone, not just the early adopters or people very close to technology. So it is really important to us that as many people as possible participate so that we can learn more about how it can be helpful to everyone.
We're here today talking about where we are in the technology and where we're going. Those people who still watching me thinking we in 386 days with Pentium computers and thinking that we back in the day where I can call Dr. P and say, hey, Dr. P, I got to go back to the wall and get the phone. Bell Atlantic cut me off. That day is gone. And it's never coming back. We're not going back to rotary phones, and we're not going back to that day. This cutting the cord is gone. So if we don't prepare for the future, that's why we're not talking about 2024. We're talking about where we're going in the next 7 years. So we can still try to have a vision of where this world is going and our kids. I can't overemphasize that, Dr. P, is our kids, man. Think about like you stated, they don't have to have schools no more because the robotic teachers are here.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a brand new world we live in. Okay, I know you got to roll out. Yeah, so
we just have to be mindful that the children are going to adapt to it because that's what they know growing into it. They're going to adapt to it, I think, much better than we are on the other side of technology, where we used to use the handheld phone like you. And so some of these things will be strange to us. We don't keep up with it and out of church. And so we just have to be more adaptable. First rule of leadership is to be adaptable, of course, but we have to be more adaptable and more sensitive to what is coming out. However, I'm not saying we have to accept everything. You know, I couldn't accept the fact that somebody come out and say, "Hey, man, you got a UFO hovering over your house." What? You know, that kind of thing. So no, it's not an unidentified foreign object or something. It's just something that we're testing of our own. So, boy, it's we are there. We're there in AI. It's here to stay, but and we have to be very mindful of how we use it.
Yeah,
Very
Dr. P, I want to thank you for coming on. I know you have another business meeting you got to contend to, man. And we'll be on for part 3. We're going to do a part 3 on this because this is hot, and we're going to bring some more experts in too. Some of you watching right now, you want to come on the show. We got to continue this. Artificial technology is here. We got to. If you're an expert or you're a social media specialist or scholar, come on in and talk with us. If you know where we're going with technology, come on and talk with us because we're open to it. Thank you, Dr. P. I know you got to go, man. You've been a blessing once again. And those who are watching, let's support PIC TV Network. We need more programs like this. Scan that QR code. Point your finger up there, Dr. P. Right above you. Point your finger up there on the other side. The other side. There you go, right there. That's the QR code. You can scan that QR code. Support PIC TV Network. This is the network that brings people on, and we talk about subjects. This is an investment you can do to help PIC TV Network grow. Scan the QR code. You see how you can give and support this network so we can continue to bring you great broadcasting. Thank you, Dr. P, man.
All right. Thank you for having me on, Dr. P. God bless you.
We'll be on. Yes, sir. We'll be on again. Folks, we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back with closing words right after this. I want to thank you for watching. You know what? The PIC TV Network, your network, or Roku. We will be right back right after these special words. Thank you for your time. Brother has a testimony outside this world, y'all. Gotta hear, man.
Yes, sir.
He's been in so many movies and shows and programs.
My name is Brooklyn McLean. You can catch me on the 2nd season of Bel Air. And I'm on social media, Brooklyn McLean, IG, TikTok, Facebook, all the stuff.
Man, he's the down-to-earth cat, man. When y'all hear his testimony, your life will never be the same. You coming on PIC TV?
I'll do that for you.
Greatest of all time. Y'all know this. Joe Times, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
PIC TV Network, we're going big. Thank you.
Thank you. There he is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, big guy. Happy birthday to you.
That's famous. Thank you, Joe. That's Joe Times, y'all, from the NFL. Man, this is one of the biggest days of my life. Wow. God is good. That's all I know. Williams, the one and only Super Bowl #1 champion of the world, y'all. Y'all know he's there. We're going to be doing some things together on PIC TV Network, y'all. Doug Williams.
ChatGPT is one of the most trending topics right now. It's been less than a week since its release, and people's minds are being blown with what it can do. It's also breaking records, with over 1 million users signed up in just 5 days, faster than Netflix, Twitter, Facebook, even Instagram. No longer will you be Googling the answers to problems. ChatGPT gives breakdowns of them in fine detail, with explanations exactly how it works. This will make people question just how relevant Google will be in the coming future. Do you want to know the limitations of TypeScript? ChatGPT has you covered. But what exactly is ChatGPT? What makes it so powerful? These are things I wanted to find out. It's built by the same people that are behind OpenAI, which are now shaping some really interesting technologies. They've been building powerful engines like Codex, which is the engine behind GitHub Copilot, something that many of us are already using in our day-to-day coding on VS Code. And if you're looking closely, you might see the beginnings of ChatGPT, where people put in prompts and they get outputs from an AI-generated system. Another example was DALL-E 2, which was an image generator based on prompts you enter. Here you get different types of visualizations of a spaceman on a horse, and lots of other examples, even extending out classical artwork. ChatGPT is therefore a way of prompting an AI to solve or answer a question or a prompt in a human-like manner, very different from anything else we've seen before. And this can sound scary, very scary, especially to organizations like Stack Overflow, which pride themselves on solving problems with human-related answers. They've actually gone as far as banning ChatGPT out from their systems. This is because they want to build a level of trust on there. And if people simply copy-paste answers from GPT without any references, that might break that level of trust. This is all quite interesting, but let me have a look at ChatGPT under the hood by actually using it and seeing just how useful it will become as part of our day-to-day lives in development, as well as any industry. In case you didn't know, ChatGPT is entirely free. If you want to try it out yourself, simply go to OpenAI, log in with a brand new account, and then select the ChatGPT interface. I'm quite fond of the design. It's nice and simple, giving you the examples as well as some capabilities and limitations of ChatGPT. Some of these capabilities are quite powerful, things like remembering what a user said in a conversation and providing follow-up corrections as well. The first thing I wanted to do is to see if it could tell me what Python or TypeScript is. And it gave me a pretty sound answer, saying that TypeScript is a programming language that's a superset of JavaScript. Since I haven't actually used TypeScript before, I decided to ask it if it could give me a hello world function. Not only did it write the function in such a manner that I could literally copy paste it out, but it also explained the function to me. And this is really just the beginning. And here is where things get interesting. I've been working on a small application and I was getting an error that I couldn't figure out. I decided to copy paste this error into ChatGPT to see what it would say. Here's some JavaScript in VS Code for a upload for a video app I'm working. This code is failing when I try to run it in Node.js. I copy-pasted this straight into ChatGPT, asking if it could fix the following code for me. What I received back was my code fixed. And not only that, ChatGPT went through and gave me the code to copy-paste and even explain to me exactly what was wrong, why it was wrong, and how it was fixed. In this example, I had written my return function incorrectly, basically making a bit of a typo. And here, it's gone through and fixed that return, making sure that it's spelled correctly. It's also being a bit cheeky here, adding in a comment that it fixed the typo right here on the line where it says return. If I didn't know any better, this could have come from a real human. Even, for example, a mentor or a supervisor that could be checking and reviewing your code. And this makes me question exactly what things might look like in the future of development, because this could really be like a personal assistant of a sort. But ChatGPT has a lot of relevance, even outside of programming, since it's practical to pretty much anything. Here, I wanted to create a list of food I can eat that don't include carbs because I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. It gave me 3 dishes that I can have: grilled chicken, as well as shrimp, as well as some omelets. Taking this one step further, I asked if it could create a shopping list for me based on those meals. And yes, it did that very easily. Not only that, it indented them and made them nice and readable. I think that ChatGPT is here to stay. I think it'll be revolutionary. It'll become part of our day-to-day lives, similar to how Google has. And not only that, it's going to revolutionize so many industries once they take full advantage of it. That's just my opinion though. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below.
Folks, we are in a time zone in the world that we have never ever been in before. Alexa, how many people are on Facebook per day?
In a day, there are 1.96 billion people using Facebook.
1.96 billion people using Facebook. Alexa, how many people are on Instagram per day?
Instagram has 500 million daily active users. This information was last updated in...
Stop music. 500 million users per day on Instagram. 500 million. Alexa, how many users are on YouTube per day?
122 million people use YouTube daily. 62% of US users visit the platform daily. 153.14 million people use YouTube daily in the US.
Folks, this is artificial intelligence. This is a way that I can communicate and stores my information, stores my questions, everything I ask. We can talk about music, we can talk about art, we can talk about the weather, we can talk about time. Alexa, what time is it in Egypt at this very moment?
In Egypt, it's 4:54 a.m.
Alexa, what time is it in Israel at this time?
In Israel, it's 4:54 a.m.
Alexa, what time is it in Paris at this very moment?
In Paris, it's 3:54 a.m.
Alexa, what time is it in Japan at this time?
In Japan, it's 11:54 a.m.
Alexa, what time is it in Australia at this time?
Australia has multiple time zones. In Sydney, it is 1:54 p.m.
Alexa, what time is it in Washington, D.C. at this time?
In Washington, D.C., it's 9:54 p.m.
That's artificial intelligence, folks. And that's when we use this in a good way. In a good way, this can be an asset to our human race. It can be a wonderful thing. We understand how social media works today, and we're going to bring it even until to 2024, even at this time. As we learn, and we have to put our thinking caps on. And as we put our thinking caps on, we want to see how you, those who are watching me right now, want to learn more about the secrets of social media in 2024. Let's bring it to where we are today in AI. What I've done is I put together social media training sessions, and I want you to call 202-505-2837. My social media training sessions will allow you to be in education setting right from your phone, laptop, or computer, where you can learn about social media, AI. We'll talk about social media itself. What is social media? The 8 levels of social media. We'll talk about how you can learn how to do things with your phone. Got so many apps on here that it's amazing how many people have their cell phones but don't even know how to use the things that are here. This is a whole different world where you can cash in, you can cash out, you can communicate with people around the world. You can literally reach anybody on the planet Earth if they have an address, an email, a contact. I mean, you can send them information. We'll teach you how to use Twitter. We'll teach you how to use TikTok. We're going to show you how to use Zoom. We're going to show you how to use the apps, Google Play. We'll show you how to use these things in my social media training session. Now, I want everybody who watching me right now, because a lot of people say, I want to learn more about social media, and I need the social media training. Well, if you want to get the social media training, call 202-505-2837. If you want to get some information, if you want to be on the cutting edge, I put together a social media training center and sessions so that you can learn at your pace. Some of you want to learn one-on-one. We'll do that. Some of you want to learn as a group. We'll do that. Some of you want to, it's all about learning. Education is the process of learning. We never stop learning. We always have to keep learning. And as we go into the world today, AI and the secrets of social media, we don't want you to be left behind. We want you to be knowing what's going on and how to understand when you do come on social media, those on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitch, Twitter, those who come on all the social media platforms, what are you getting into? How you really sign up when you put your password in, when you put your information in, which is your data, which is the number one source on planet Earth. It's not silver and gold that's most sought after. It is your data. The world wants your data. That's why when you sign up for these platforms, you put your name, you put your password in, your surname, you put your information in. It's the information age. Think about that. We're living in the information age. Therefore, your information is crucial. It's vital. Everybody on the planet. So take this information down. Join my social media training session. You can do a one-on-one session. If you don't want to work with people, around people, some of you pastors need this tonight, today, while you're watching this broadcast. So we'll teach you. Some people talk to me and say, I want to learn how to use the new features on Zoom, the new features, not the old features. Some people ask me, I want to learn how to do my QR codes, the new feature. I want to learn how to use Facebook, the new features. I want to learn how to use TikTok, the new features. I want to learn how to use Instagram, the new features. So we have all the new features. And when we're talking about this, we're also going to give you AI and the secrets of social media in 2024. You want to know what's going on. You want to know exactly what's going on, because today we're already there. Alexa, how many people on planet Earth has a cell phone?
Here's something I found on the web. According to FoxNews.com, 6 billion have mobile phones.
6 billion people on planet Earth has cell phones. 6 billion people. Alexa, how many people are on planet Earth today?
As of 2019, the population of the world has been estimated at 7.7 billion people.
7.7 billion people on Earth. 6 billion people have cell phones. Think about that, folks. Alexa, how much money did Apple make for the 2015 Apple phone?
Apple reported $274.515 billion in annual revenue for 2020, representing a 5.51% increase over the previous year.
Wow. Whew. I mean, I love just getting information. We're in the information age. Alexa, how many people are on Roku?
Roku states that they have 80 million active accounts. This number is constantly changing as new accounts are created and old ones are deleted.
80 million people have Roku. That's the network that we're on, folks. 80 million people. So when I ask you to come on the Pick TV network, we're literally reaching people from all over the world: Brazil, France, Colombia, Mexico, Panama, Paris, Peru, Argentina, Egypt, Canada, Ireland, West Africa, United Kingdom, Australia, Belgium, United States, all over the world. We're not just a Facebook coming on with a StreamYard or coming on with a restream of OBS. No, we're a television network using this platform, but we're reaching people around the world. So this is the difference. And this is why we want you guys to come on Pick TV Network. And the studio line is 202-505-2837. If you come on our network, you'll be able to have your own show, your own broadcast, your own commercials, and you'll be in TV mode. Now, what I want you to understand is this. Pick TV Network is your network. We are on Roku. You just heard Alexa says 80 million people. 80 million. All right. So we're on this platform, which people can watch you in barbershops, nail salons, beauty parlors, restaurants, churches, clubs, Airbnb. We're also in Mercedes-Benz limousines, wherever those big screens are in the limousines when they're rolling around. They have Roku televisions there. So this is very big, and it's constantly growing. So those of you watching right now, why not give yourself a shot? You know, Pick TV Network is the place to be. We are on Roku. Now, this is big. I want you to understand as we go into this world of AI and ChatGPT, as we already hear, folks, we're past the Jetsons. You saw it 60 years ago, but we're past the Jetsons.
These local slidewalks are so slow, I get there faster walking. You rent a maid. Hello? Anyone here? I'd like to rent a maid.
Yes. You have an appointment and your credentials?
Credentials?
Madam, you can't expect to get our maids without references. We must be sure they go to happy, happy homes.
But my mother told me.
Good enough. Any reference from any mother is all we need. Now, how big is your home?
We have 3 bedrooms.
Ooh, a slum clearance project. So then you'll want to see our basic economy model from Great Britain. Oh, Agnes.
Hip hip, hurrah, tea is served.
You notice the very broad A. This model was only used on weekends by an old English teacher, a Mr. Chips.
I'm, afraid not.
Thank you, Agnes.
Pip pip, chin up, cheerio. Pip pip, chin up, cheerio.
Then we have a fun runabout we import from France. Blanche, honey.
Oh, hello, chérie, hello.
This is Blanche Carte.
Bonjour, mademoiselle, bonjour.
Look at that suspension. Cheek, isn't she?
Very cheeky.
And look, the engine. It's in the rear, where an engine belongs.
Thanks, but, no.
Allez, Blanche. That's all.
Au revoir, au revoir, au revoir.
You mean that's all?
Well, we do have one old demonstrator model with a lot of mileage. Rosie!
Coming, sir. Here I am, sir. Yes, sir.
The old girl's still eager, isn't she? But of course very H-O-M-E-L-Y.
I may be homely, Buster, but I'm S-M-A-R-T smart.
I like her, and I'll take her.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
There is a one-day free home demonstration.
Oh, yes, of course. But we're not responsible for any damages to your home.
Come on, let's go home, Rosie.
Yes, ma'am.
We can't guarantee her, you know. Well.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife.
Now, that was 60 years ago. The Jetsons. Many of us were kids growing up watching that every day. In 2024, we are past that. You've seen the flying saucers and dropping off the kids like in space. That's virtual. You've seen the flat screens on the television wall. You've seen the in that presentation of the cartoons, the robots, the cordless phones. You see in that particular cartoons, we're preparing us for technology in the future. And a lot of us who are watching me right now, you just thought it was a cartoon, but we're past that. The robots are here. We already have this device right here, which is a powerful, powerful tool today. This is the top of the line Alexa. It costs about $300, and I have 2 of them. And it has 6.
From NeoAdvisor.com.
Alexa, stop. Now, I can ask this robot anything. This responds to anything, and I can get a response. Alexa, how many more days are in 2024?
2024 ends in 319 days.
Alexa, what is the temperature in California?
Right now, in Sacramento, California, it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 51 degrees.
Alexa, what is the temperature in New York?
Right now, in New York, it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 24 degrees.
Alexa, how many books are in the Bible?
The Bible consists of 66 books, with 39 books in the Old Testament and 27 in the New Testament.
Alexa. So I can use this tool of technology.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, play songs by James Cleveland.
Here's some music by James Cleveland on Amazon Music.
God's been good to me. Alexa, now stop music. Now, with artificial intelligence coming forward in the future, I can ask AI to play a song, and he can appear on the screen as we play, as I speak, right next to me. That's is beyond something we never thought. So now I'm asking Alexa, play songs by Timothy Wright.
Shuffling songs by Reverend Timothy Wright on Amazon Music.
Alexa, stop music. So as we go forth with artificial intelligence, as we go on towards 2030, not only can I name a song, but the artist will be right here beside me performing and singing. The world of technology that we see here today is at a place and pace that we have never, ever thought of. So we're talking about artificial intelligence. You gotta not get ready. You gotta be ready. You gotta already know where we going in the future, and we're not going back to this. Y'all remember this phone? You would call me and say, "Ding, ding, 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 ding." What's up? Yeah, what's up? What's up, Bowie? How you doing, man? What's up? Hey, how you doing, Bobby? And I would talk to my friends, Big Sam, what's going on? And this cordless phone, this phone had me restricted, right? We had to dial up. Remember that? It's gone. Now this is cordless, 5G, walk around anywhere around the world. I can be on top of the monument. As long as there's a Wi-Fi signal, I can be in the Eiffel Tower. As long as there's a Wi-Fi signal, I can be at the Empire State Building. I can be on an airplane and still get coverage. This is something, a time that we have never, ever been in before, and we are going fast to get there, folks. And this is the reason why I want you to sign up for my social media training sessions. My name is David Evans. You guys know me from Pick TV Network. But I'm putting together a social media training session, one-on-one or with your group or at your place. We can do a virtual presentation anywhere around the world, or we can meet. If you're in the DMV, we can meet at your location. We would love to come and talk to you about the 8 levels of social media, how to use the technology tools today, how you can be prepared for knowing AI and the secrets of social media. There's no shame in saying, I don't know, but I want to learn. I think that's the secret. If you can say, I don't know how to use Zoom, I don't know how to use Twitter, I don't know how to use Facebook in the new settings, I don't know how to use Twitter, I don't know how to use, if you can say that, and then you say, but I'm willing to learn, I want to learn. When you put yourself in a position where you want to learn, because education is the process of learning, you'll put yourself in a position where you will not be left behind as we go forth in this world of technology that we're in today. And we're not going back, we're only going forward. So give us a call on 202-505-2837. Say, I want the social media training session. And some of you can catch it fast. Some of you can learn it fast. You want to learn how to do a QR code? We'll show you. You want to learn how to do AI? We'll show you. You want to learn how to do TikTok? You want to learn how to do Instagram, Facebook, YouTube? You want to learn how to do a TV commercial? Yep. We can even show you how to do a mini movie. This is what we already do. We have a television network on Pick TV Network. So again, we're in a world and time that we've never been in before. And I want you to be a part of something great on Pick TV Network. My name is David Evans. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. But don't forget, ChatGPT is already here. We're already in this new world of technology, and we're not going back.
ChatGPT is one of the most trending topics right now. It's been less than a week since its release, and people's minds are being blown with what it can do. It's also breaking records, with over 1 million users signed up in just 5 days, faster than Netflix, Twitter, Facebook, even Instagram. No longer will you be Googling the answers to problems. ChatGPT gives breakdowns of them in fine detail, with explanations exactly how it works. This will make people question just how relevant Google will be in the coming future. Do you want to know the limitations of TypeScript? ChatGPT has you covered. But what exactly is ChatGPT? What makes it so powerful? These are things I wanted to find out. It's built by the same people that are behind OpenAI, which are now shaping some really interesting technologies. They've been building powerful engines like Codex, which is the engine behind GitHub Copilot, something that many of us are already using in our day-to-day coding on VS Code. And if you're looking closely, you might see the beginnings of ChatGPT, where people put in prompts and they get outputs from an AI-generated system. Another example was DALL-E 2, which was an image generator based on prompts you enter. Here you get different types of visualizations of a spaceman on a horse, and lots of other examples, even extending out classical artwork. ChatGPT is therefore a way of prompting an AI to solve or answer a question or a prompt in a human-like manner, very different from anything else we've seen before. And this can sound scary, very scary, especially to organizations like Stack Overflow, which pride themselves on solving problems with human-related answers. They've actually gone as far as banning ChatGPT out from their systems. This is because they want to build a level of trust on there. And if people simply copy-paste answers from GPT without any references, that might break that level of trust. This is all quite interesting, but let me have a look at ChatGPT under the hood by actually using it and seeing just how useful it will become as part of our day-to-day lives in development as well as any industry. In case
What's the TV network y'all gonna be watching?
Pick TV.
There you go. Hey, what's the network y'all gonna be watching?
Big TV Network.
Hey, what's the TV network y'all gonna be watching?
Big TV Network.
What's the network you're gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
Thank you. What's the TV network you're gonna be watching?
The Pick TV Network.
Hey, what's the network you're gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
Hey, what's the network you're gonna be watching?
The Pick TV Network.
There you go. What's the network you're gonna be watching? Television network you gonna be watching?
The Pick TV Network.
Television network you gonna be watching?
Pick TV.
Hey, hello everybody. What's the network you gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
Hey, what's the new network you gonna be watching?
Pick TV.
Hey, what's the TV network you gonna be watching?
The Pick TV Network.
Queens, what's the television network you gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
Hey Queens, what's the television network you gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network, of course.
What's the network you gonna be watching?
Pick TV Network.
I'm giving you my life. I'm giving you my soul. I'm giving you my heart, Lord. I'll surrender all. Giving you my life.
Hey, my name is Amos Evans, and this is Solo Sessions with Earl Miller.
Hey, my brothers and sisters who are watching me right now on social media platforms. That was my son, Amos Evans. You can get his music on Amos Evans, Spotify, Apple Music, CD Baby. You can get his music everywhere. Amos Evans music. Yeah, on this broadcast today was amazing. I need everybody to do the repeats. Watch the replay over and over again. Send the link to somebody else. This is amazing, folks. We are in a world that has changed. And those who are watching me, scan that QR code, support the Pick TV network. A lot of people say, well, how can I give a donation to the Pick TV network? It's very easy. All you have to do is to take a moment, get your pencil and get your pad, and you can PayPal at the Pick TV network right now. Send a gift. You don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can scan the QR code and you can give a gift right now to the Pick TV network. You also, if you want to give a cash app, you can cash app the Pick TV network right now. At this very moment, we will give you, accolades and say thank you and give you a shout out if you desire that. Some people like to be anonymous, but support the Pick TV network. It's your network. It's a listener-supported network by people like you who are watching me right now. We support Pick TV network. The website is www.watchpicktv.com. Also, again, you have the QR code there. If you want to support the network again with a PayPal donation, it will be appreciated. We are supported by partners like you who are watching us. If you enjoyed this presentation today, and if you want to be on Pick TV network, we would love for you to come and join us on the Pick TV network. We're so happy for your gifts. Your support means so much as we keep these shows and programs going forward. We have some new shows coming up that we're going to be telling you about, especially on the holiday coming up. You want to see these programs. This is amazing, and we're growing. Until next time, I'll see you on the Pick TV network in our next program.
Hey everyone, this is big. I want everyone to download the Pick TV network on your Roku search bar. My brother David Evans is growing Pick TV fans, and I want us to help my brother blow up Pick TV. Boom! Click and play www.thepicktvrnetwork.com. Bomb.